We share Dr. Bawumia electrical buses now. Any yes, electrical buses now. Dr. Bawumia. Eddie Beden. Eddie Bema. Yes, we share electrical buses. Come on. Yeah, this is the electrical buses now. Dr. Bawumia. Eddie Bema. We share buses in the papa. Yeah, buses in here. Come on. We share buses in there. Yeah, it's you go inside. Yeah, you go inside now. It's me a tour. Buses inside now, actually. So this is how the bus look like. Bus in the front of the bus in yes, front of the bus in push a bus in India in front of the bus in and now you go inside. Yeah, okay, I could tour inside of the bus and no one will say. So this is how much of we say. First say electric buses for public transport. Yeah, it's the electric buses for public transport there. And that means it's not something for it's for the public in the bay they be used to. It's not for individual. So per what they are saying it's not for the individual. So we go inside the car to tour. A talk car no. Yes, we enter inside the car. So we share car there and we have a so if you could see yes inside you're inside of the bus you're inside of the bus we share bus in there we share bus inside there yeah
Charlie, give me that.
And we share there Bawumia here. We didn't know what come from.
Okay, Bawumia sama and adi odi abane de. Oko.
Our life.
Adi Bawumia. Adi abane de adi pa.
Okay.
Say electric buses it has come to stay. Oko media and so on. Someone probably can say, why has the government abandoned the Yalulu bus? Now, offer electric buses. Knowing very well, say, how do we call it? Power. We are in a power crisis.
Okay.
You get my point.
Yeah.
And the meaning painful be I was trying to find out how long it takes to charge one bus.
The bus.
Say how many days, how many hours.
Okay.
And they are like a short reduction in battery percentage and take the breeze and I'm charging so within some 30 minutes in a bit more travel over 200 and something thousand kilometers, 200 and something kilometers. Okay. So I think looking at the information on my providing it has really come to help. Now any exhaust now be releasing some foxes near the man be higher and all that. What I said never be bring so car no one features be bring security wise.
Okay.
And
fully AC.
Fully AC. Bisan say has it come to stay and I said within some short period and on be use any money so no. The ombe biano.
Okay.
And talking about the payment and so no. And normal Yalulu na wakwa kuyi 22 cities and I be near amount.
That means
physical cashless. Until be our card means I travel to Cape Coast and I offer Metro Mass I travel to any regional or more card you are farmer.
Yeah, Metro Mass card.
Okay. So when you go there they load the amount for you no more cash.
Okay.
But this time around there was someone our idea. That is what our dear lady was trying to show us.
Okay.
And the call online whether App Store and I said Play Store. No, I could change the name. Tap and Go community.
Okay.
Yeah. So you download, you try to load the wallet, that telecash, and I say Momo, options, until load the Why? So I think basically it's a good initiative. Na Sikana, especially the old Toby Bio, I mean, Kumasi, and I don't know the distance ever travel, whether within the Accra and as ever travel.
I'm not sure we're working within Accra because something that is public transport there, we should say to go across the region.
I think it's a good initiative, but I just said acquire political Accra in the amount for
not buying also.
Exactly, and people are asking why this time.
Yeah,
over the 8 years and why this time and all that. So I think almost I say no more doing come you know what it takes.
Okay.
Now daily watch TV will be a galam say we ye
okay, we say your access say brain, primary again, brain. Yeah. GH brain TV on one man chemu concern about that. Until inside the buses now. Yeah, the buses now. Until buses inside there. Also, be a camera. What would you man was yes, has with there. With me as well. I fully AC, and we have a camera. Yeah, CCTV camera. Boy, if you're entry, woman, camera. Boy, they bet you say there's something going on. Maybe say maybe also inside there. I bet you. Yeah, because CCTV camera will inside there. CCTV camera inside the HSF will be able to show one. And then if you could see back as in the sitting this is the exist. So per se we pay there emergency be bad there has no be Friday and then I just want to get to the lady now. She's the one in charge of this place. She's the one in charge of this place and it's me who the air cost or inside of the bus.
Now star 09.
Select to manage existing card.
And so has scan QR code. It has an over but scan QR code. I said about scanning QR code. So that means you have a card. That means you have a card. Push asking a card for the weather. The bed Uba, Upa talk. This hour we be and now Oshe basin inside this one. This how it is. Oshe inside this senior inside the mutia basin inside the papa Oshe basin there inside the papa. Yeah, basin inside the and you know, with the help of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is possible. It's when you know possible. Come, when you know possible, come. And if you could see, say, front house, you know, a fan Bawumia, what means a fan, and a CCTV camera, as you bought in him has said. And you could see, say, until Sena Basility. Come up, papa. You know, it is possible. Yeah, it is possible. Everything is possible under Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Aaron. Ushe the way and go. That's the name on it. Tap and go. Utapiana uko. Utapiana where now uko. That means tap and go. Until tapping uko. No, that means something that. So it's an idea here. Nti utapiana uko utapipana uko weni nti wo hwe omacho go say electric buses for public transport 100% electric we anya this we electric nko we this we charge ya nti wo hwe charge ade charge and with the digital system now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dey ban said It's something that will help the public. It's something that is going to help Ghanaians, because when it to me, for me there, I'm in support of this for this. So until Osha bus is in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Juma Papa Bujuma, and some people are saying I didn't think this end time I free winner more yes I did way there. You know, you can't Mississippi African almost somewhere there. Afina omuyede omuye bibia kama nti ohwe ahase ne bibia e was kama
no one is here going by
I just wanted to get some people on board. We are tap and go this transport net here. We are how the system works, because you see, there was a first, and then you see battery and my cars. To see and the electronic, and the electronic they have some card per the explanation. They said they have some card. I'm to me the piano come.
Okay. Let me try to. I want to know where you are from. I know I'm saying that. You don't want to stay there shy because they've told us. Oh, don't come. You can go. I'm outside. Don't come.
If you get one.
Sure.
Okay, Nchebusa, I wanted to have a conversation with the Tap and Go people. They says I need to get to the other people now on here, the Metro Mass people now on here. Nchebusa. Nchebusa, this is the hard economy.
Oh, it's the first one. Chief, hey, don't do anything with that. Water, please. And I'm by inside. So by inside. Who by inside?
No, I'm outside.
And I brought launching back and moving things. Moving things. That take us. When I'm inside, I'm with the call. It's when your company come at my free zone for you.
Maybe educate us how it works.
Wait, battery is in our down.
So, Abusia, buses in any how the buses look like in there. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, why are there? Yamisi and Canopy, why are there? It is possible. Yeah, say because with me I initiated a day way about say ebe koso ama Ghana with me at 2 point there. We need to, so be at the power or say to me born abaso. We at the power so born abaso because I must say this at the power and a ton. It's at the power and a ton electric bus. Yeah, electric bus. Am I say bet me at him for so many hours, bet me 2 coin for so many hours. Why don't you what Bonabaso? I didn't tell you to me Bonabaso. So what else? I didn't tell you to me Bonabaso. Until like say we are the pana one Bonabaso. That means I say like you're not being grateful to the person. So what I say? I say you're not being grateful to the person. Until we get kana the and more about you see much of description the electric buses for public transport offers transport cost reduction up to 40 to 50%. Yes. It's almost in Nanway and the buyer. The Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say a digital BB and a digital level in Syria. Say a digital level into the electric buses now, say, bit me a boy, yeah, bit me a boy Ghana for. But it says, Yen to Abaman, the to Abaman in the BB a bed, a bed cosu, a bed, you get more of this. Say, until we get more of this, into say, it me to Abama, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, bet me more of this, until we say, a card. You should card near the yedi tap and go, into almost tap and go, into tap people now, tap piano, going. Instead, we saw the tap and go, a beboa, Ghana for but me. A issue because a digital system, it is a digital system there, is digitalization. I get that. I want to get that. It is buses now. Seeing a bus facility. Yeah, buses. Seeing a bus facility. So we wanted to have one of the personnel who is in charge. Has seen or was saying so that about having this thing about give us a fair idea how the buses work. Saying you two say you saying we want to have a conversation with Tenti very soon. But I have a conversation with her. Earlier on, joining. Earlier on, I went into touring for us to see the police and the tour inside. Kwabena also say it is possible. Rashford, as I said, we are solving problems, not insult. It's possible. It's solving problems and attempted it will be possible. Which are buses inside there? CCTV camera inside that. What you say? Everything is inside. Which are the front of the distance? Which are CCTV cameras front one man. And now you actually go to tap and go. The tap and go na your card now be used to pick the transport. Tap and go na your card now be used to pick the transport. It is when you enter, they have some this thing over there at the front there. More able any monoma. It's when you put your this thing on it. Yeah, that's it at that side. Okay. If you see, say there's some scanning this in the one here. Yes, that's the one in the middle. That's the one a card. Until you buy inside, look yourself. You pick here. Then use the tap and go card. No why the what already one load you a year go so. One load it way you go so. A friend say, one load you when you manage go so. Sikan one load you sikan go so. Until load you sikan go so. Then one now the hook winning. Fair. Until very soon, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I just said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Banti. You're having one or two conversations with the lady is over there. What you ever say?
What I'm Mary Galako. Made Mary Agboli.
Mary. Madam Mary, electric buses, how does it work?
Okay, into electric buses, no, buses are a use of fuel. In place of fuel, no, a use of batteries.
Okay.
So you charge it, or charge ya. Now, now say a colo battery, and now what's up for charges. Sana, I don't know, a juma. And then for the meantime, so no, a juma within like short distance and call long journey. Yes, that's for the meantime.
For how many hours can the bus move before the battery will be draining down?
Oh, the battery, a bit may take it 1 day.
Battery will be like a day. A day.
Yeah.
So that means if we year rounds we are now going to say like
who reading is not on the dashboard.
Okay.
It's a coffee man, don't say a coffee. So they just come and charge it.
Okay.
Our charging ports were around that. Charging.
Okay, so where are the stations of the charging ports in your so that if somebody will be here?
Yeah.
And I say, is this they have locations that the buses are being placed?
Yes, for now, like I said, it's likely to be. It's going to be in Accra.
Okay, it's only
It's
in
going
Accra.
to be in Accra. Yes,
Okay.
it's not going to run those long journeys and things. So when you look behind you, there's a charging port at where those buses are parked.
Okay,
So,
the other one.
Yes.
Okay.
Charging ports for one. So one are charging.
One am charging. So what does it take to pick the bus?
Okay. So to pick the bus now, first I was on your card,
So which card
or
is that?
validator card. And the company will provide people vendors on my card. I say we use mobile phone,
Okay.
auto credit. To auto credit every card, and also those vendors will take charge of it. Now buy over 4 bars now.
Okay.
What the card needs to validate and never on now.
Okay.
The card needs to now.
Where?
Na ebiama.
Okay.
Now okay.
And it's the only card you check.
Yeah,
You
a
must
baby
carry
amount.
when
Yeah.
they push it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So answer the home piano we win.
Okay.
That is how it is. Oh, see na. We piafa.
That's the outer lane. Okay, so the card, how does one opportunity be on to get that card?
To get that card, the VA stations now, buses number 1.
Okay.
On the CC, small offices there.
Okay.
So your beton cards, no offices one. The same offices now, we will do card.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you show the card to the validator now, I bet say the dia walk on. I bet any fair, any fee.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it's going to be.
Okay, so right now, no, if you have the card and you may say, me call Pashima,
Okay.
say me call Pashima, no, card, no, how does it indicate say this is where I'm going to?
Okay. The card, I don't know there for now.
You don't know about that?
Yes, I don't
Okay.
know about that.
Okay, so what's that good thing now? If you are with the what this metro mass and what different from the old one I used to.
Okay. This very one, no, as me can earlier on, no, ebe use battery. You see, there's nothing like fuel consumption.
Okay.
You see, I don't know about the fuel consumption aspect now. It is low. You see, the cost of transportation also ebe less. Yes. And the other question that would be sir earlier on, so question, how will you know? Say, it came to my mind.
Okay.
Say, usually we have 2 validators, Baku and him, not Baku issue. So who be seen so the card never validator.
Okay.
So that is when the bet the exact fare from here to that side. Yes.
So right into batteries now, for so if the battery need drain here, can it be replaced? The battery can it be replaced?
Yes, it's replaceable.
It's replaceable.
Sure.
So that means they will have extra ones that maybe in case Mudu Kwanche, if they don't have charges on the way, with me, I replace that.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much, Madam, for your time. Abusia, on my tour of how the buses works, and then the way with me use buses, and she says. Okay. Is that? Okay, so. I wanted us to get another driver or say to get to know the Nyamana Elcom because one of the driver also has here to say Nyan or say. Madam, what your friend saying?
I'm Becky.
What your friend saying? Becky. Okay, Madam Becky, but you must a car electric buses in budget. Age machine. How does it work?
Age
Is it inside no me interview.
But fine. Come up.
Just 2 minutes. So, how open inside out? Over then over inside.
But my door back home, one day or I'll be me also.
Okay.
So, would the key be a bit me also now? I am.
Then to the kidney beer.
So, 2 door no more. They were key IDBA. So we be with ski now. We be with ski ni we are. Na we na show no. Actually say me aso.
Okay, be show we better say no ni aso. Okay, enu ni.
So me aso ado ni baby.
Do ni baby automatically.
Okay. And I wo babe e bi nso wo ha emergency.
Your emergency.
We ya emergency.
When you emergency.
Okay. And so yet me be do.
Okay. Tiembe say BBC automatically me answer BBC or maybe if say a power inside that we ne be as emergency no.
Done.
Yeah.
Say inside.
Yeah,
inside and so you emergency.
You another emergency you want.
And now I want to say emergency. To say jabin so ton so and so you fire extinguisher and say automatic.
Oh, it's automatic.
Automatic.
Okay. Inti we know any old one the difference be susun be na susun be na mpachoche mu kaka
susun ya wo mini ya we yentofu
and the old one ya charge keke and the old one ya tofu
we
yentofu and the dem
and ni bibia ya different we cameras wo
we so cameras okay
you see neat and followed that be and from funny ama
all right okay Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, we do welcome you, Your Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
NPP party no. What we do hano? What's the one here pa? Say for na mutia ubia. E wa mamre kwanso. Enti no ansa na ye be share. Ejumadi na se no. Be call. We take champion for the area no more. We went to talk by Abaha. Aha, Doctor Bawumia. Yama Kwaba. Adenta constituency Yama Kwaba. And now, good people of Ghana, shall we all rise for the national anthem of Ghana? Please remain standing wherever you are. Please do take your seats. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Ebusanti Usha finally Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for the launching of the this thing. Baba Ahasia for the launching of the electronic buses. Yeah, finally, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Ahasia for the launching of the electronic buses. Now, he's the one coming to launch. We had the lifestyle of
just before we start the program, respectfully,
Madam
would like to
Cozy.
have
Madam, we have the lifestyle of Madam Akosia Cozy, and then we have
our guests don't see the stage. Thank you very much.
Adjosafo, so Hasia. Adjosafo, so Hasia, near share. To give their support for their apostle. Yes.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and Canberra of the New Patriotic Party for the upcoming December 7 presidential and parliamentary elections, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Honorable Minister of Transport, Honorable Deputy Ministers here gathered, Honorable Members of Parliament,
this in Kofona Bani there, they need
board,
more boss, more budget, super
papa, Limited,
more budget, super papa,
GAPTI, the collaborative agency, MMDC is here gathered, good friends from various state-owned organizations, good friends and loved ones from the Denver constituency, good friends and loved ones from the Labura constituency, good friends and loved ones from all other surrounding constituencies, good people of Ghana, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure this mid-morning to welcome you here as we all together support His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic to unveil to us what will become a super idea in terms of the solutions for transportation and transit in the capital to be replicated in other parts of the country. It has been the mantle of the Metromass Transit Limited together with all other agencies and supervisory bodies to ensure that the people of Ghana are able to move goods and services around in a very convenient manner. So today, as we gather here for this important ride, it is just hope that all will go well so that all the other remaining buses will reach their jurisdiction and will be spread to many other parts of the country through other metropolis. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to say a very big welcome to all of our friends who have decided to make this a very important national exercise for which they have come here to support His Excellency the Vice President for this very special occasion. As we go along as well, I will be acknowledging all other officers of state and of other agencies who have come here to support the board and the CEO of the Metromass Transit Limited for this very special launch and unveiling. Our gathering here is the doing of a good Lord, and therefore we will start on a note of asking for His blessings as we go through this very important commitment. Let us follow me back to the here.
Nti ebusa wohwe penfo kuku dan form ma batina se twa so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to this Adenta constituency penfo before chief Hainfu kuku dan form ma ba ase a ma ba lay their support to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Nti wohwe penfo na se ba muslimi fo no penfo ma ba ase a omo de bibia ba 2 year so that you get to know say ade we ya koso no enye say ade keke so mo ye keke nti wo hwe comment na ba it is possible ni there omo papa comment ni papa yeah nti wo hwe comment na mo share video no na wo hwe penfo akudan fo aba ase a we mpemfo ahemfo na ahemamo a omaba ase to give their support to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for this to make for this initiative na be koso we hwe yeah mpemfo akudan fo aba ase we to give their support in a koso na I just suffer any our madam any Akosia. Yes, Akosia, madam Akosia Saba. I say, maybe I better so come. I'm a mifona, my bars in to the air person. Right now, no, they're going to give electric buses now. Be launching, and then they be launching it's electric buses. It's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. That woman in good ambition of Magana auntie. This is how they win or so Yamagana for. Yeah, Ghana for energy. And he is bringing electric buses that will help their country. I'm sorry. They are on their feet to give this yes.
We get out here today.
You can see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Full of gratitude.
And he
to celebrate this momentous occasion.
So they are laying prayers.
Of electric buses in our nation.
Madam Akosia menu. So
thank you for the wisdom, innovation, collaboration that have made this achievement possible.
So that
we honor your presence.
So don't forget to subscribe this daily
in
watch
this
TV.
gathering.
Be aware whether you're watching us from. Share the live stream.
Share
the live stream.
And
then let's get people on board.
Bless him and all who
police for band. So I say, yeah, we had a police band that are also here to give their support. No say, Mom giving us, they'll give us a nice band. Yeah, they share. Pay for cool down for a Doma Bahas and the end of the all because of Adomoma, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Adomoma, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Mambaha in their numbers. Yes, pay for cool down for my bahas. I must say Bawumia Bako, and you may be brave. Bawumia Bako, and you may be brave. You just pray, hope, and pray. Say, you know, and supporting more as Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. At the end of the election, maybe and young I don't win. Okay, because I see so we near I deal with be Nabeba. Am I don't be brave? Our Ghana has it until share the metro mass for Nusura has here. So you could see, say, they have a lot of things a lot of activities that will be going on. Yes, until the places that the metro mass, the electronic buses in Bekwa, until electronic buses, the place that it will go Ashama to Accra. Yeah, Ashama to Accra, no, a series and buses schedule. No, the time buses in the movie that's 10 a.m. to 11:20 a.m. and Accra to Adenta, that's 6 cities. Accra to Adenta, that's 6 cities. Adenta to Accra, that's 6 cities. And Ashama to Accra to Ashama, and there were 8 cities. There were Ashama to Accra, that's 7 cities. There were Accra to Amasaman, that's 7 cities. There were Oyibi to Accra, that's 8 cities. Into Usha buses now, baby, I any prices. There were E route. I say e-bus, and so Dr. Bawumia also be no any the start with the e-levy, to be e-bus routes and schedules. Into baby buses in the befa. Any time I go movie and the prices in a bosso. Into share baby about corner there, Accra to Adenta and Adenta to Accra, Accra to Ashama and Accra to Amasamai and Oyibu to Accra, and there's Ashama to Accra, never Amasamai to Accra. And the prices in the air for Papa with prices way there. Airful, we will 6 cities now. Ashama to Accra, 6 cities there. What's airful? Until let's go and get paying for no.
His Excellency,
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, what is Sembo, Emmanuel, and what is Sembo, Emmanuel, Banabaso, for the Yamaye, Edumapa, Amagana,
Your Excellency, today, for this very special commissioning, you are supported here by key officers of state. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge some of them and say thank you to them for supporting you for this very important launch of this initiative and for these amazing buses. We duly acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Minister for Transport, Honorable Bekufuri Esiama. Shall we put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, they are honoring the people that are here with Dr. Bawumia.
Of course, the Honorable Minister, knowing the weight of this very important event, is here, ably supported by his deputy, Honorable Hassan Tampuli, who is the Member of Parliament for Gushigu, who's also the Deputy Minister for Transport. Honorable, you're welcome, and thank you so much for the support that you're giving to your sector minister. At this time, would also like to duly acknowledge the presence of members of Parliament who are here supporting this very important mission this morning. We duly acknowledge the presence of the Member of Parliament for Ikriapem South, Honorable Obi Amar. Shall we do a big round of applause for him? Also supporting us today is the Honorable Member of Parliament for the Don Kwabenya constituency, Honorable Ajwa Safo.
Ajwa Safo, you know, as we them from Abobo.
Also, we say a very big welcome to Honorable Tina Ayele Mensa, MP for Waiter Bawe. Shall we do a big round of applause for her?
Waiter Bawe, MP. Yeah, Tina.
Honorable Tina Ayele Mensa, we're hearing too. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we also have a whole host of agency heads, and of course, the key agency that will be working with these buses is the Metro Mass Transit Limited, and I duly acknowledge the presence of their board chair. Shall we put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? Ably supported by the managing director, Mr. Albert Edumahe. Shall we put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, we also acknowledge the presence of the Chief Executive of the District Assembly's Common Fund, Honorable Irene Na Toshi Adolaze. Shall we put our hands together for her, ladies and gentlemen? We have some key parliamentary candidates whom you love and adore, whom I'll be introducing to you very shortly. But it's a good time to give you a very special welcome. And on that note, I'd like to welcome up here to the stage the ladies and gentlemen, we duly welcome here Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover, Regional Minister of the Greater Accra Region, to officially welcome all of us. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Titus Glover, Ako Wakami. Titus Glover, Aba Wakami, Yenina. Let's see, Osha, Fe.
Excellency,
Titus Glover, Mayor Accra Regional Mr.
Vice President of our Republic, the leader of our party,
Titus Glover,
and by the grace of God, our President come the 7th of January 2025. My boss, the Minister for Transport, Honorable Bekufuri Esiama, his Deputy, Honorable Hassan Tampuli, and MP for Gushigu, Honorable Irene Na Toshi Adolaze, Common Fund Administrator, Honorable Tina Ayele Mensa, MP, Wejagba, Honorable Sarah Adwasafo MP, Dominic Wabinyan, Honorable MCs for Adental, Madina, AMA, and Ayawaso West Ward. The MD of Metromas, Albert Dubois, and their board chairman, Honorable Kofi Mafo, and their staff here present. Constituency chairman for Adental, my brother Akolache, and Foster for Medina and Adenta respectively. My senior Honorable Obi Amwa, Minister of State, Local Government and Decentralization and MP for Boko, Akwapi South. Nime Gename, His Excellency, the High Commissioner to Canada, High Commissioner Soa, other invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, of course, our friends from the media. I am very much excited to be part of this ceremony and to welcome His Excellency, the Vice President, on behalf of the chiefs and people of Greater Accra. I'm excited because I'm associating myself to a visionary leader, a bold leader, a consummate politician, and a very experienced man that will change the fortunes of this country come the 7th of January 2025. Your Excellency, a few weeks ago, I was with you at the AMA conference hall when you launched a similar application to support our local taxi drivers. Sometimes when I sit back and I listen to John Mahama, that you are running away from the economy and talking about digitalization, I see this as a problem. You cannot talk about the economy without talking about digitalization. They are intertwined, they are linked up to move our economy forward. Therefore, this morning, you are taking another bold step to launch this electric bus transport system for our country. For us in the region, we are excited because we are hosting this launch. It is our duty to support you and that of Metro Mass to make sure that this very important exercise becomes successful. As a former Deputy Minister for Transport, I want to implore on the MD and the staff that you should take care of these buses very well, so these buses can last longer. Without wasting much time, on behalf of the chiefs and people of Greater Accra, we want to welcome you, Your Excellency, and everybody here to this very important launching of this electric bus transport. God bless our Vice President. God bless our nation, Ghana, and make it strong. Thank you.
Anyamfo Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover.
Titus Glover. Ama a speech for fair. To hear Domina Barney and your Donketua.
Honorable Nikwate Titus Glover, Greater Accra Regional Minister. Your Excellency, with respect, please permit me to also acknowledge the presence of the following who are also here to support this very important commissioning event. The Managing Director of GAPTI is also here with us, Mr. Charles Adam. Shall we put our hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen? And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to all of you one young, vibrant politician who is looking forward to leading the Adentown constituency for the NPP in the upcoming December election. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we do a big round of applause for Akosia Asa Menu, also known as Cozy. Cozy Cares. Please put your hands together for her. Thank you very much, MVP Adentown constituency. Thank you so much. Thank you. And also, Your Excellency, we truly acknowledge the presence of a neighboring parliamentary candidate. I'm talking about Honorable Robert Lante, the PC for the Medina constituency. His Excellency, the Vice President, and has great promise to ensure the effective running of this system of electronic buses for our transit inspector. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we welcome the MD of the Metro Mass Transit Limited, Mr. Albert Edubuahin.
Yeah, cousin in here.
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaji Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, Honorable Minister for Transport, Honorable Kwaku Ofori Esiama, Ministers of State present, Members of Parliament, as well as parliamentary candidates present, the board, management, and staff of Metro Mass Limited, heads of institution present, stakeholders in the transport industry, distinguished invited guests, Nananom, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and privilege to welcome you all to this historic occasion, the official commissioning of Metro Mass Transit's first batch of electric buses for use in this country. Today marks a new dawn in MMTL's corporate life and a significant milestone in our journey as a country towards transforming public transport system in Ghana with the introduction of electric buses. First and foremost, let me, on behalf of the Board of Directors, management and the entire staff of Metro Mass, express our sincerest and unreserved appreciation and gratitude to you, Your Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and the MPP government for their unwavering support and continued assistance to this company since its inception, and especially for making MMTL part of your innovative hub. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, the Metro Mass Transit has been at the forefront of providing reliable, affordable transport to Ghanaians nationwide. Our mission has always been to ensure that public transport is not only accessible and affordable, but also contributes to the overall well-being of the communities that we serve. However, it has become obvious that our continuous commitment to fulfilling our above missions in a changing world largely depend on our recognition on the global call for carbon neutral development amid climate change. distinguished ladies and gentlemen, government response to the above global core culminated in the development of the National Energy Transmission Framework to decarbonize the energy and the transport sector. This framework also includes a plan of gradually eliminate vehicles powered by fossil fuel, which are known to contribute significantly to emissions from transport sector. A major policy initiative for achieving decarbonization in the transport sector was to actively promote, incentivize, and then the uptake of electric vehicles. This led to the launching of the National Electric Policy in 2023 to guide the uptake of EV in this country. Your Excellency, today, through your support, we are glad to see the commissioning of the first batch of electric buses out of 100 that are being acquired for MMT. The deployment of these buses is aimed at introducing energy-efficient buses into MMT's operations, not only as a means of revamping the company's mass transit services, but also to help MMT play a leading role in the transition to the use of electric vehicles in support of the zero-emission agenda enshrined in the National Electric Policy. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we also believe that deployment of electric buses is a transformative move that will have far-reaching economic benefit for the people of Ghana, as well as these buses will help reduce the cost of operation and lowering fuel expenses. We have found that while fossil fuel costs account for as much as 55% of our revenue from intracity operations, the energy cost of these new electric buses will constitute just 15% of the revenue. This represents a remarkable 40% savings in operational costs, allowing us to reinvest in expanding and enhancing our services. Parts of this cost reduction will also be passed on to the public through more affordable fares and more frequent and reliable service. Additionally, electric buses provide a smoother and a quieter ride, improving the overall passenger experience. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the board and management are keenly aware of the paradigm shifts in the passenger preference in the emerging segmented market in the road transport industry. We know that it is our duty as a company to ensure that the needed systems, operational structures, and resources are placed for the effective management of these buses. Your Excellency, I'm happy to say we are ready. We are ready to do that task. We have put in place the following interventions, among others, to ensure effective, efficient, and sustainable operations of these buses, and to position MMT strategically to take its proper place in the road transport industry. Charging system, Your Excellency, through the government intervention, with the support of engaged EV battery charging system company to set up EV charging points across the various terminals of MMT. And it is expected that the charging facilities will not be only for the use of MMT, but for the use of other electric car users in the country. Your Excellency, to ensure that revenues are accounted for, these buses are fitted with electronic systems at various modes of car fare payment under the tap and go, launched recently by your good self and your government. The payment system includes the use of smart card, QR codes, and mobile money payment options. This will enhance revenue management process for the deployment of these buses. MMT is currently using these systems on existing buses. Selected staffs have been given technical and operational and managerial training for them to be able to make sure these buses are managed and managed well. We will continue to engage our passengers and commuters and communities to share expectations as we make our communication channel more accessible and user-friendly in order to receive the timely feedback that we need from our passengers. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, as we commission these electric buses, we are not just commissioning new buses. We are launching a new era in our mass transport system, an era of providing smoother, healthier, affordable, efficient, and sustainable public transport. With these new buses, we are enhancing the value of the services we offer, contributing to the country's long-term economic sustainability. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude to the government of Ghana, our partners and stakeholders for the immense support, collaboration in making this initiative a reality. I also like to thank our dedicated team at Metro Mass for their hard work and their commitment. Whether it is reducing congestion, improving air quality, or reducing our dependence on fossil fuel, these electric buses are a larger vision to make public transport not only more efficient and accessible, but also environmentally responsible. On this note, I take this opportunity to thank most sincerely once again, Your Excellency, for the contribution and the support you have given us. And to the Honorable Minister for Transport, he said you have done marvelously well. I believe with this intervention and many more to come, the MNTL will make its rightful place in the public transport industry. May God bless us all. Thank you.
We're grateful to you, Mr. Albert Ibuahin, who is the Managing Director of the Metro Mass Transit Limited, who will be the operating agency for these electronic buses. Your Excellency, Honourable Minister, Honourable Deputy Ministers, Member of Members of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good people of Ghana, please permit me to acknowledge the presence of three key persons here who are supporting His Excellency for this commissioning event. The Director General of the TVET Service, Mr. David Pratt, is here. You're welcome, sir. Please do a big round of applause. And of course, the CEO of Dr. Bawumia,
I've been told they are introducing the people that are present over here.
Honorable Nana Akomia, the Managing Director of STC, is also here with us.
The Managing Director of STC and so on.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we carry on, respectfully would like to ask the drivers of the following cars to move very urgently as His Excellency will be inspecting a facility at the station right there for the charging of the buses. Land Cruiser registration number GS606517, Lexus SUV registration number GR37018, Kia Sorento registered GN86218, a Honda Accord with registration
almost say my electronic buses. I'm a Ghana for Asatinano. Almost say a crown one a
and another
Asatina a crown one buses in the young corner regions near. It's very soon.
GV55319. Another Land Cruiser with registration EK.
Or that the next place that will be launching there.
And then
the
three pickups. GN 331721, GN 331621, and GB 1820.
Come on.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good people of Ghana, please help me with a big round of applause to welcome up here the Managing Director of the Greater Accra Passenger Transport Executive GATI, Mr. Charles Annan, for his message of goodwill.
Mr. Charles Annan Subebekasa Amaya, the Fellowship Obano. Or the bano to say, Maya, Sama, Papa. Yes, Mr. Charles Ebeka Sama, Yakuma Toya, the Maya. Yes, Subeka, Yenuma Sama, on the Suona,
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. The Honorable Minister of State in charge of local government, the Honorable Minister of Transport, the board chairman of GAPTI, the board chairman of Metro Mass, board members of GAPTI, members of parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols eschewed by the regional minister duly observed. I wish to welcome you to the premises of the Greater Accra Passenger Transport Executive, GAPTI. I also want to humbly express my gratitude to His Excellency for conferring such honor on GAPTI, allowing us to host this historic event. GAPTI is highly satisfied to collaborate with Metro Mass Transit on this August occasion. GAPTI was established by the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development through the local administration of the Greater Accra Metropolitan Area to harness the necessary human and material resources for planning, implementing higher occupancy mass transit services. This is in the light of the chronic traffic congestions which pose a major mobility challenge in the daily commutes and travels in Accra. It is also symptomatic of a growing problem of rapid urban population increase and urban sprawl with limited infrastructural support. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, it is projected that more than 60% of our population will transition into urban communities within the next decade. The current urban environment in Ghana has grown increasingly complex due to demographic shifts and changes in services, necessitating a different approach than that employed in the previous decade. This is why GAPTI's mandate to develop and implement systems for urban transport permitting, network planning services, contract management, and urban transport management becomes even more relevant. Since its inception, GAPTI has worked diligently with the Metropolitan Municipal and District Assemblies to implement public transport regulatory measures that have culminated in providing sanitized transport operations within their respective areas of jurisdiction. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the journey has not been straightforward during our brief existence. However, we are pleased to announce that amidst the challenges, significant achievements have been accomplished. One notable milestone, Your Excellency, has been the successful training of Kaya Ye under the Vice President Empowerment Project for Kaya Ye. This program has transformed the economic and social well-being of vulnerable and deprived young women, enabling them to have a positive impact on the lives of others. Ladies and gentlemen, for what I've just said, the Vice President, knowing that in 2017, GAPTI trained the first batch of 60 female drivers to drive buses in Ghana, called us into a meeting and said, GAPTI, how can you train Kayayes to also drive buses? Because for the Vice President, he wanted to move the Kayayes from carrying goods on their head to carrying passengers in buses. So that was the Vice President's vision, and he told us to let this be possible. We told him, Mr. President, it is possible for Kayayes to drive buses. It is possible for us to do it within 5 months. And today, Your Excellency, I am here to tell you that the ladies you gave us today are driving buses. And you will see it very soon on your screen. Furthermore, to enhance the regulatory Greater Accra Metropolitan Area, GAPTI has partnered with Office of the Head of Local Government Service to provide training and capacity building initiative for public transport departments, enabling them to perform their duties effectively. Ultimately, this endeavor will contribute to fulfilling operating mandates for the GAPTI as it was established. Your Excellency, traffic congestion in Accra presents numerous challenges to our nation's overall social and economic fabric. It adversely impacts economic productivity, increases stress levels among students, and undermines social network, among other effects. To address this, GAPTI has initiated effort to implement a contra-flow concept that is expected to reduce travel time for passenger transport and cause a modal shift from car dependency to public transport dependency. Your Excellency, again, to achieve your vision of deploying EV buses in Accra, what we are saying is that the deployment of the EV buses may not be effective if the buses are not moving faster than the ordinary traffic. So together with the Department of Urban Roads, the Ministry of Transport, the Police MTTD, and GAPTI, we have designed a contra-flow concept, and this is how it works. In Accra, the traffic situation is directional. In the morning, everybody is heading to the city center. In the evening, everybody is coming out. Once we are moving to the city center, the other side of the road is free. And once we are coming home, the other side of the road is free. So what we are going to do is that we are going to take one lane of the other lane and allow the EV buses to move contra and get to the city center faster, efficiently, so that people can enjoy the benefit of the Vice President initiative. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Your Excellency, at GAPTI, we are pleased and motivated by the digitization initiative. In addition to modernizing travel processes, it addresses critical operational challenges such as revenue leakages. In this context, GAPTI has formally allowed the tap and go system to be implemented on the Ayalolo buses. So effective January, Ayalolo will use tap and go, which is the initiative of the Vice President. GAPTI also plans to facilitate and upgrade transport vehicles into good quality public transport to support mass transport systems for local roads in neighborhoods, trunk routes leading to major social and economic land uses. Your Excellency, we are thankful for this collaboration between GAPTI and Metro Mass. We are thankful for your leadership, and we are also thankful for the team that you gave us to work with us to make this thing possible. We are grateful to all. Thank you, Your Excellency. And now you can see your ladies driving on the screen. Thank you.
In the vibrant urban landscape of Ghana, a determined group of women, known as Kaya, bear not only heavy loads, but also the aspirations of their families. Often marginalized and underrepresented, these women tirelessly to support themselves and
the way I also said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia launch a project for Dr. Kaya. And then right now, with the help of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, multi driving, the Kaya for multi driving cars, bus, I look buses in the Yenti, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Nenumasam.
So they don't have places to stay, they are abused. Many of them have even got children, and it's a difficult life. So it's been something that I've thought about for quite some time as I observe their circumstances. But over the years, government has not taken an interest in how to support them. And so I decided that, we should look for a way to help.
The KIA Empowerment Program is a program that is really dear to my heart. The idea came from His Excellency the Vice President. One day he called me and discussed the plight of the women. Then I realized that they had gone out, made a promise, then he came back to me and made a plea about getting a place for them. So we started working on it and we went to a big machine. Madina, Ashiaman, I suggested to him that the carriers are not only Greater Accra, although that's the capital, so that we have most of them here. So we decided to do Ashanti region and even Techiman, because we realized that the Techiman market, we have a lot to learn.
In February 2023, the then Minister of Local Government, Honorable Dr. Hugo, inaugurated a new board and mandated me to become the chair of the board. And he gave us some clear marching orders. In the marching orders, he told us about the president's policy direction of making sure that affirmative action is instituted. Fortunately for us, along the line, His Excellency the Vice President comes along with a project wanting to train KIA. So we quickly embraced it, and the council, executive council, directed management that they should make sure the KIA training excels. So we have to support it with every bit of what we can.
Kaya money be almost driving and I lolo buses no nti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and launches Kaya empowerment program.
In his delivery he mentioned that we could get these KIAs into other fields, which included moving them to drive cars. As a member of the executive council and being the chair for the operations subcommittee and also a woman, I knew this was possible. These women could do more than we think of them, something that it will take us 20 years to do. Because of the possibilities, we used 5 months.
GAPTI, originally set up as an institution to develop systems to plan, regulate, and enforce public transport-related activities within the Greater Accra metropolitan area. We are also the managers of the Ayalolo service, managing the system, the Ayalolo bus system, together with the operators. Our role in this KIA project is to coordinate all the activities to ensure that these headquarters are given the needed training to become professional drivers.
If we want to create a more inclusive society, that's why I mentioned the presence of women. Yes, and the women can also do it. And KIA in this context are also showing that signal and then opening more opportunities. So when they can drive buses, they can drive.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni initiative plans or the by KIA empowerment. But me abua KIA for the people most of them are drivers, almost driving the Ayalolo buses. Until that's what you're watching on the screen right now from the camp of Daily Watch TV. So share the video. Let me share video on a dominant share there. And I'm proud Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because you know maybe most of you oh yeah into mun share video na nkofo ohu enyama proud Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yeah me that's it. Let's continue watch the video.
You can go through very, very difficult circumstances and nobody really cares about them. They just for headquarters jobs and they sleep outside and all of that. But now that we've come up with this program to give them skills across, whether it's dressmaking or hairdressing, soap making, or even cake baking,
PhDs, they are able, to set up their own businesses because at the end of the training, they give some of the tools. So the demonstration of that in terms of the society. You see,
this opportunity has changed my life because at first I was depending on the things that I was carried at the market. But now, when I came here, I've gotten something more twice or thrice than what I was getting at the market. And it is really helpful me.
Now, Fena, you could not be a Ukraine, and now there may be back to a far, and sign with Yama couple cry. It's an against a creative better. And I've been here with Biane, the Bia to battle, and the Bia been school fees and college school fees in a new million.
As an institution, inclusivity is key to us. And there are measures in place to get our female girls especially very comfortable when there is more gender mainstreaming, and we put in measures to ensure that the ladies are comfortable.
As GAPTI, what we've done is that the Executive Council has directed the management of the Alolo bus service, and because of the affirmative action, by the end of 2025, the ratio between the male drivers and the female drivers should be at least 70 male, 30 female.
Empowering those women means that they can now afford to provide for their families.
It's a screen so Ayalolo buses na ebi moko. Nti won mano o say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say wotuma ma ne sanu adwuma say dey won say oba be kwese car no ma o say sisi anu dey because of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia that moment sisi anu to me drive car say no enya fi na o ka bi say no kunu say o ma niska and say sisi anu right now no because of Dr. Bawumia mwana wa tumi aboa ne sisi ade o misa ne kunu ska sa nya ma edwuma no ye no no bi no to
they know how to carry passengers, their buses, that transformation is very, when you look at it,
it's also Buana and Buana to me there. Oh, Kabisani Kunuskabium, Sad, Edumano Yana, Anubiano Lutia, the Manu school fees, Otia, Yama, Oyo, Fiano, Sanyama, Ayana Lutia.
The feedback has been immense. They never thought it was possible for someone who has never held a GAPTI before to transform into GAPTI is ever willing to carry out this program to how
Ethiopia Captain for now. I'm one of initiating this with Bawumia. Bawumia in collaboration with them. Much my Ebuan Mano. I deal with Ethiopia commenting about it. Those making kind start commenting on Mamo because I know say motion Yamapa, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia here. Into Musha video no and to Afrofona, Omonia share.
We and the National International Innovation Program are excited to be part of this exercise.
Kofi Owusu in Cancer, that's CEO of NEIB Kai for yes, Ethiopia on buses in Wasama. They were Abuan Mana Mutumia Kai for no. Sian Kai for the Omonia San Omoyama, Sian Omonam Quambium, Omonia, Omonia, Sanya Man or some yen. Himself, Omanana, a council, almost as on Yaman. It is possible for Kai to drive a truck. It is possible for Kai to drive a bus. Tisiana, Kai found it. Almost jet. Adiana Musia or Pound, Siana, they are driving. Obaka, Sian or a driver. Siana, girls, no, only drivers. Mammy, driver.
There be a program for say President Benton and South Africa said female bus driver, the train and man, bus driving.
Seeing Kayans being transformed to driving buses within this 5 months period, that is an impossibility made possible. Even for me as the managing director, sometimes when I sit back and I look at the speed at which they are grabbing the lessons and the speed at which they are passing their practical trainings, I'm overwhelmed. It shows the enthusiasm and it shows how we've been embraced this program. This is the kind of transformation I'm talking about. And for the Vice President,
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, yeah, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Oboniti Kokum, Neniaji said, Adia Ejuma Power Yama, Kaya Fono, my selling Fono, or bomb Papa said, or more Mississippi, or more traffic passes, or more traffic tractors, or more traffic cars. I can say, Memma wanted to be driving Sakasa. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Oboniti Kokum, Neniaji. Said, Ejuma Power Yama, Kumufono. Also, mostly, Kaya Fono, refer to as nordness. Tiziano, Waman nordness Fono, when you Juma Power Maya, when you had Papa Boja, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Niaja, Nabaya Fono, I want in Chen, Oshamoye, Oshamo, Kasaka, or Diamayama, Selimufono, Mayano, that's nordness, Kaya Fono. Maniaji papa the man say the manner back in their numbers to give to support. The man who they need their cost papa manner back in their numbers to give their supporter. The man Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Yenti Nenu Masama or Sansu Wama Ghana for election.
This demonstrates that it is possible. It really is possible for us to change the circumstances of people. One would never imagine, that the girl you saw in a car a few months ago.
Comment in there. Papa, comment in there. Let me read the comment in there. Comment in there. Kobina Owusu said it is possible. Restford Asamose, we are solving problems, not insult. It is possible. We should have more of this to revamp our public transport. Private private sector should get involved. It is about time we get an efficient transport system. The journey of possibility are starting. It is possible. As some Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia are starting. Into Oshe was screen so this year the AC. Yes. Yeah, into a documentary in 2025. Into Oshe. Man, they need the more papa. They also some money they need it. Yeah, we share a man, there, Omaniaji papa.
His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, here he was, Nene Kaye, Kudo, Koji, Aguaku. Yeah, what are we want? And now, ladies and gentlemen, just before we go for the next address, I'd like to ask the drivers of the following vehicles, very importantly, to move their cars. A Kia Sorento registration number GN862018, a pickup, registered GN331721, and a Land Cruiser with registration EK 191920. EK 191920. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we would also like to say a very big thank you to all the board members who are representatives of other agencies on the board of the Metro Mass Transit Limited. I'm talking about the Prudential Bank representative, Dr. Joseph Okai Afrani. Also, Nana Yaumante of SIC. also Mrs. Bernadette Ado-Dankwa of National Investment Bank, and Dr. Marcos Diodake of GOAL. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we do a big round of applause for them? And immediately after all of this is done, female drivers will drive His Excellency and his team from here to Kimbu. Are we doing a big round of applause for that? It is on that note that I'd like to welcome the very proud Sector Minister, under whose watch we're seeing the launch of this great idea and others. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Mr. Kweku Ofori Esiama, the Minister for Transport.
Minister of Transport, Mr. Esiama, Kasa, yeah, Minister of Transport, Mr. Kasa.
Your Excellency, the Vice President, and the leader of our great Kubiplas, and inshallah, who will be pronounced the President of the Republic of Ghana by either 9th or 10th of December 2024. The Honorable Greater Accra Regional Minister, New Quartet Tatos Grover, Honorable Ministers here present, Deputy Ministers here present, Members of Parliament, Parliamentary candidates, the Chairman and members of the Governing Board of Metro Mass Transit Limited, the heads of other institutions, the leadership of GPLTU and GLTTC, Ananum Nime Name, private sector organizations, civil society groups. Ladies and gentlemen, as a politician, at this crucial time is not a bad friend of me or of any of the politicians sitting here. So we cannot confine ourselves to this place for a long time. A lot has been said by the managing director of MMT, which I could find in my speech. Gabti has also said something which I could also find it in my speech. I do not intend to repeat them, but there's a simple thing that I have to do today, is to thank His Excellency the Vice President for such policy. For those of you who may not know, and I will come to the media, I think it is important that I let media know certain things. His Excellency has been on me for this particular project. His position is that we don't need to wait for 20 years before we can implement any policy. Some people think that in order for her to implement a major policy, you have to wait for 20 years. That is not the thinking of His Excellency the Vice President. So to you, the media, I want to say that when we were commissioning the Jamestown Fishing Harbour, I said something, because the time that we found ourselves, there was a contention about who did this and who didn't do that. There shouldn't be any contention about who introduced electric vehicle bus policy in this country. That person is the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It's not about somebody who tried to dream about it, but he didn't dream, so we should give him credit. So I beg you, when you live here, it's not going to be any dreamers, it's not going to be who thought about it. It's the person who had come out with this policy. And that person is His Excellency, the Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. And I think that the media will do as I have explained, because I did not find any policy on my table before we took office. So I don't know that anybody might have thought about it. Politics today, politics is not about magic. There's no magic in politics today. The time that we used to have Professor Diago Diajamboja, Professor Hindu and co, they are all past. Today, politics we do today is practical. So please, the media, I beg you, you shouldn't go and raise any contention that somebody, you saw it in somebody's manifesto about 20 years ago and they didn't do it. That is not what it is. This policy, this electric vehicle policy and its implementation is by His Excellency the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I was in my office when he called me and said, Minister, we are going to do this, so please do it. So I also give marching orders to my deputy that my boss said we should do this. So let's go ahead and do it. So please, that contention is settled. I do not want, I hope I will not hear anything that somebody might have dreamt about it about 10 years ago. That is not the contention. The second thing is that this policy or this project is not about Metro Mass. The Vice President's intention is to reform the whole public transport system. Because if you concentrate only with Metro Mass and STC, it means that we are dealing with only about 5% of public transport system. That is not his position. His position is that we are introducing a policy, we are introducing a project that will revamp or that will change or reform the public transport system. So we are using the Metro Mass as a third base. It's not that we are only concentrating on the Metro Mass. So this first phase that we are launching, we want the Metro Mass to operate it for us to see the issues that we are going to have in terms of problems and other things, so that we can deal with it when we are going to do the whole arrangement. So please, that is it. So for the private sector, especially GPRTU and GRTCC, please be ready for training, be ready that the Vice President is going to introduce these electric vehicle buses for the whole public transport system. And we need your people. That's why we are entreating the people who are operating public transport in this country that please belong to an association. Please belong to a group. Because we cannot deal with a group of people that we cannot identify. So National Road Safety is coming out with a policy from next year going. We are going to be strict about it. We want people to belong to an association so that government can also help them when they can in terms of training and also providing them with buses. So nobody should think that this thing is about Metro Mass. We are using Metro Mass as a third base because it will be easier for us to identify the issues involved and deal with them. In the end, for our show, so this policy, this project, the social media, and the Vice President project. Now, for no 10 years ago, the mission diet, just here going to do with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Let's credit him with that. After the person publicly assessed, I and your Metro Mass in China, a whole public transport system, and a Vice President, I know you said, about reform. Now, we are choosing Metro Mass because it will be easier for us to identify the issue. Because as a government institution, we can easily zoom in and say that we are having these challenges, how do we deal with it? And to the public transport operators like GPRTU, GRGC, please get your members in place. We will come to you, we will train your people, we will put in the facility. The Vice President is arranging a whole lot of credit facilities to far this electric bus system is concerned. But we cannot deal with individuals. Even too many individuals we believe into hope. And it's not going to be only buses, so it is going to be taxis, it is going to be mini car, it is going to be these buses are the public transport mass bus. But you know, sir, in your public transport, mass bus will go far. To do all the mass, a person will nearly promise. The Vice President idea is that they will introduce these electric buses to cover this spectrum into the struggle. More car now. More pretty public transport. I'm not saying more journey association. A very difficult thing. Vice President go to Mapuamo. Into more journey association. Either GPRTU or GRTC or any public transport system are credible, are able to be more daily, so that the man can also provide you with other taxis or mini cabs or public transport or big bus for you to use it your place. So ladies and gentlemen, let me thank the Vice President for him to having fine time. Everybody knows that this time I don't go over a bull and a tamale and a Cape Coast, and no Cape Coast. If we have a sample. And so when young rabbits are, because Ghana win young. I first said, as for power there, obey your power, or the day. Obey all the more with your power, or the best of the mind. Obey all the more with your power, or the better of the money. The Vice President has demonstrated that even at the current position for our Vice President, he has shown that for your beer, the mention is out. Power now will be young. Or the best level will be young. Okay, there's no way politics. I am back. I see higher politics because you have a co-election. That's a major opposition party. Our contesting have not come out with one public policy, one social contract with Ghanaians. Now, I see a problem now. I think there's a problem. And we have to say it. You need somebody who will come before you and tell you that if I'm voted into office, I will do ABCD so that you can check him. Now, your court, here, Obama will be all can be there said, any policy problem and the Chemu has become a problem. Which Chemu are you? It's becoming a problem. What about implementation? So please, for the media, I'm a politician. Yes. And this is a major public policy, a major public project that you are introducing. And my role here this afternoon is simple. Is to introduce the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, to come to the stage to deliver his speech, his vision, before the public transport system is concerned to the people of this country.
A bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Alhaj Dr. Bawumia. Your Excellency, the people of Ghana are all ears and are listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. The Greater Accra Regional Minister, Noble Titus Likwate Global. The Honorable Minister for Transport, Sekwebu Oforia Siama. The Minister of State, Local Government, Honorable Bawumia, the Deputy Minister for Transport and MP for Bushegu, Honorable Hassan Tampuli, our High Commissioner to Canada, His Excellency Sowa, who is here, very Sowa. Then we have our incoming MP for Adenta constituency, Akosia Nene, Kozi Hayes. Then we have our incoming MP for Medina constituency, Robert Lamte. The chairman and members of the governing board of Metro Mass Transit, chairman and members of the governing board of the GAPTI, Ayalulu, the managing directors, Metro Mass Transit Limited, GAPTI, Ayalulu, and Tap and Go, heads of institutions, CEOs here present, private sector organizations, civil society organizations, stakeholders in the transport industry, members of the diplomatic corps, the clergy and imams, the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am so elated to stand before you to commission the first batch of electric buses for Metro Mass Transit Limited to augment its operations and to usher in a new era of innovation in the delivery of public transport services. As the Minister said, the move towards electric vehicles is not only aimed at Metro Mass Transit Limited, but the whole public transport sector. When I first suggested the idea of moving public transport in Ghana to electric vehicles, many thought that it was not possible. They said it was an election promise that will not be fulfilled. And unfortunately, this is the mindset of impossibility. And it was at play in this situation as it has been at play for the last 8 years that we have been in government. As a government, we are thinking transformation. We are thinking making things possible that have not been here. But a lot of people are always, expressing the mindset of impossibilities. Remember when we tried to do the Ghana card, to implement it after 8 years of failure to do so by the previous government. Many people wondered if we could do so, but we have made it possible. And other countries are now coming to learn from Ghana to issue the national ID cards in their countries. When we said you could use the Ghana card to travel from outside Ghana into Ghana, people thought it was not possible. In fact, a lot of time was spent discussing it. We have made it possible, and they are quiet. And in fact, from maybe sometime next week, people traveling into Ghana with their Ghana card will be met with e-gates at the Kotoka International Airport, and they will not need to go through immigration because they can use their Ghana card to enter Ghana. When we said we will bring mobile money interoperability, many people scoffed at the idea because no country in Africa had done so. But we have done so. And today, Ghana is the only country in the whole of Africa that has complete domestic payments interoperability. The only country. When we said we were bringing drones to help deliver medicines and vaccines, they said it was not possible. They even said we were coming to take pictures of women in their bathrooms. But we have made it possible. And Ghana today is the whole world's leading medical drone delivery service in the whole world. Even when we talked about free SHS, they said it was not possible. And we made it possible. When we talked about Agenda 111, they said we couldn't do it. But we have shown that we can do it, and we are doing it. They scoffed at the idea of hostels for Kayai. They said it was not going to be possible. We made it possible. We said we will replace pre-mixed fuel for fishermen with solar outboard motors. When I said it, they thought it was not possible. They laughed at the idea. We have made it possible. When we said we will bring credit scoring into Ghana for the first time in our history, many doubted it and said we were not going to be able to do it. But we have done it. I'm saying all these because of the mindset of impossibility. We are going to transform this country, and we need a possibilities mindset. So I was not surprised when the naysayers once again rose up to poo-poo the idea of electric vehicles for public transportation in Ghana. Rather than discouraging me because of all the previous naysaying they had done, I was rather encouraged and determined to follow through and see to the implementation of electric vehicles for public transport in Ghana. I had no doubt in my mind that this was possible. If other countries can deploy electric buses for public transportation, why not Ghana? The transport sector, as you all know, is a major contributory factor to the growth of our economy, and most importantly, a necessary precondition for the guaranteed success of education, jobs, markets, healthcare, among others. In pursuit of this, agencies such as Metro Mass, Transit Limited, Ayalolo, STC, and so on have existed to implement government policy to make transport services accessible and affordable to all. These companies provide services to very remote areas of Ghana where some traditional operators will not go and charge fares about 30% lower than the market rate. Unfortunately, over the years, the growth of these companies has been heavily impacted by high operational costs, particularly the cost of diesel, revenue leakages, and the maintenance of their fleet of buses. In addressing these operational challenges, government took steps to ensure that these companies evolve to meet new challenges. Among the measures that have been introduced to improve public transport services included the following. We supplied 200 intercity buses to augment and expand the existing operations. We supplied 100 buses for the Intercity STC Coaches Limited and deployment of an electronic ticketing system, the Tap and Go system, to address revenue leakage and modernize bus services. We also enhanced the enhancement of the mandate of the National Road Safety Authority as the regulator of road safety rules, procedures, standards, and guidelines. The launch of the Transport Ghana project by the National Road Safety Authority for regulatory compliance. The Transport Ghana project is an IT-based solution for pre-departure checks, passenger manifest ticketing, vehicle tracking, and driver training. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the acquisition of these electric buses is not just about revamping the operations of Metro Mass Transit Limited and is signaling to other agencies to follow suit, but also to position them to play a leading role in the drive to net zero emission transport future, and a future with gradual decarbonization of the transport sector. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today we are making history with the commissioning of these electric buses. It represents a visionary shift in how we approach public transport. Today we are making a definitive step towards revolutionizing the transport sector with sustainability and innovation at its core. Today we are setting the stage for a future and aligning our interventions with global best practices. The use of fossil fuel powered vehicles, its impact on climate change and air pollution are no longer distant threats, but urgent realities that demand immediate action. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, The economic benefits of using electric buses cannot be overemphasized. Electric buses, as we know, offer lower operating and maintenance costs compared to conventional diesel buses. The use of the electric bus will therefore translate into more efficient use of resources and cut operational costs by about 50% to the benefit of passengers. Metro Mass will be better positioned to enhance services, lower transport fares, and invest in fleet renewal and expansion efforts. Ladies and gentlemen, while the benefits are promising, the success of this project relies heavily on commitment to robust and continuous maintenance. The neglect and mishandling of buses will derail the effort that has gone into the acquisition of these buses. As a people, we should know that reckless use of public assets represents an enormous drain on national resources. I therefore want to use this opportunity to urge the board and management to take steps to ensure that these buses stand the test of time. The cost of postponed maintenance due to neglect is usually high, and we must try to prevent such occurrences. Ladies and gentlemen, the need for specialized training in maintenance and operation of electric vehicles will increase as we progress. This presents opportunities for new skill acquisition. Government will therefore partner with educational institutions, in particular TVET, to train the needed workforce for this particular infrastructure. By investing in skill development, we are ensuring that this transition is smooth and beneficial to all parties involved. I have been informed that a new strategic business unit has been set up to ensure the efficient operation of the buses. The unit will work with partners to provide maintenance and tech support, EV battery charging infrastructure, EV bus revenue management, tracking, and most importantly, driver training. Ladies and gentlemen, every bold step forward comes with its own challenges. We are aware that these challenges and are prepared to address them head on. I have the assurance of the board and management of Metro Mass Transit Limited that these electric buses will be put to good use, starting this year with a pilot on 2 major routes in the national capital, Adenta to Accra and Ashaiman to Accra. So we will be piloting these 2 major routes, Adenta to Accra and Ashaiman to Accra. And after the pilot, we will expand to the rest of the region and the country. It is no longer a secret that we urgently need to improve the quality of our public transport services. Starting with the public transport operators such as GPRTU and the Trotro subsector, I will work closely with GAPTI to embark on a fleet renewal program through the deployment of e-vehicles. We will help GPRTU and other transport operators to acquire and facilitate the acquisition of these electric vehicles, these buses that they will encourage their business. This will be achieved through an improved public regulatory system, enabling the government to acquire the necessary regulatory data and support a fleet renewal credit scheme. Now, the Ministry of Transport is undertaking nationwide dissemination of the National Electronic Vehicle Policy to create the needed awareness and build support for its implementation. The primary reason our local taxi vehicles and trotros are often old vehicles is the difficulty in repaying loans for new expensive vehicles when used for operations. A good way to resolve this issue is to leverage the tap-and-go system. The tap-and-go system will help local drivers conduct their transactions digitally, building their credit to obtain new vehicles on favorable credit terms. This is why it is crucial for us to intensify our digitalization efforts, providing lending comfort to all potential investors through our digitalized operations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while today's event is cause for celebration, it is also a reminder that our journey is far from over. The commissioning of these buses is the beginning of a broader strategy to modernize and decarbonize the transport sector. I envision a future where electric vehicles are the standard, with modern technology playing a key part in it. This vision will require us to be innovative in our approach to problem solving and collaborate to build a seamless transportation system where one tap-and-go card can be used on all public transport vehicles, including our railway system. So the tap-and-go card, as we have developed it, is going to be operational. This is how we are envisioning it across the entire public sector. So you can take your tap-and-go card, board a train, and then when you arrive in Accra, that same card, you board an EV bus and take it right to Accra. And then down the road, if you have to take a short you can use your tap-and-go card on your short as well. So it's one card for the whole transport system. That is what we are seeking to do. Currently, your tap-and-go card will work on the railway as we are planning, and it will also work on the EV buses, and we'll extend it to all the rest. Ladies and gentlemen, the road ahead will require the active participation of all and sundry, especially transport service providers. It will also require cultural and behavioral shifts that embrace sustainability. Government will therefore continue to seek partnerships, leverage on the collective experience of stakeholders to develop our nation. As we commission these first batch of electric buses, let us take pride in this historic moment. It is a declaration of the government's commitment to public transport electrification. These buses are not just a response to the challenges of high transport fares, among others. It is a proactive step towards the future we want to see, a future where Ghana leads in sustainability, inclusivity, and innovation. In conclusion, I want to take this opportunity to thank all the stakeholders who have contributed in diverse ways to make today a living reality. It is my hope that we will all be inspired by this development and the decarbonization agenda of government in pursuit of the vision for a net zero emission future. For our passengers who will be boarding these electric vehicles, these buses, I think the biggest question in your minds is how much is it going to cost? And I think that the answer, and it is consistent with our estimates, that when I announced this policy in February of this year, when I gave my lecture at UPSA, I think between 40 to 50% reduction in the fares from these electric buses. This is what we are going to see. from today, when you board it, you will see that the price is 40 to 50% lower because the operational costs are lower and you are able to pass that on to the consumer. And this is where we see the future of public transport going. I thank you all very much for your attention. God bless you and God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you very much.
Maybe I'm not from Metro Mass electric buses for Paragon. And come here, you can. If you say, you can see, and saying cotton, and you want the idea, and they can have where they may have. No, I come, I ain't a gun, I ain't sure you're seeing myself. Assassin,
And we have all of our friends from the media to their seats and for that phone calls. Thank you. We'd also like to say a very big thank you once again to His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for His Excellency, the Vice President. We'd like to duly acknowledge the presence of the Commissioner General of GRA, Madame Julie Esiam. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Also, the Managing Director of ADB, Agricultural Development Bank, Mr. Al-Hassan Yakubutali. Shall we put our hands together for him? We have some friends from the Applied Technology Institute and also Opportunity Industrialization Technical Institute. Please do a big round of applause. Give us a wave. Please give us a wave. Thank you so much for the massive support. We're also ably supported by two Deputy MDs of the Metro Mass Transit Limited, Nana Osei Banfo and Mr. Yangfo. Please do a big round of applause for them. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome up here the parliamentary candidate for the Adentan constituency for the MPP in the upcoming election, Akosia Asa Menu.
Your Excellency, the Vice President and incoming President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Bawumia, Honorable Minister of Transport, Professor Honorable Ministers of State, CEOs, revered traditional and religious leaders, MPs and PCs present, distinguished guests, patrons and executives of the strong new patriotic party, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Today we stand at the intersection of progress and sustainability, marking a milestone that speaks volumes about Ghana's commitment to innovation, environmental stewardship, and the future of public transportation. I, on behalf of everyone here and present in Ghana, express profound gratitude to His Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the man of possibilities, for bringing this idea to life. Your visionary leadership continues to propel Ghana towards a greener and more prosperous future. Your dedication to integrating technology and innovation into the daily lives of Ghanaians is truly commendable. You continue to show us that indeed it is possible. To the Ministry of Transport, GAPT and all partnering agencies and stakeholders, we say a heartfelt thank you for your tremendous efforts in ensuring this initiative came to life. The launch of these electric buses is evidence to your commitment to improving public transportation while reducing our carbon footprint. For us in Adentan, we are very mindful of the fact that something this great is being launched here today, and Adentan is chosen as a major piloting route. This now joins a list of many government initiatives that have benefited the students and working class of Adentan. We are grateful and will reward the government adequately. And to all Ghanaians, especially those who benefit directly from these buses, thank you for your patience and support as we work to improve transportation and embrace sustainable solutions. This is not just a launch, it is a pledge to transform public transportation. Thank you all for being here to witness this transformative moment. May we continue to innovate, collaborate, and strive for excellence as we journey towards a brighter future for Ghana. It is indeed possible. Thank you, and may God bless us all.
We're grateful to Akusia Asad Nenu, also known as Cozy Kes, the parliamentary candidate for the Adentan constituency for the upcoming December 7 presidential and parliamentary elections. And now, Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, good people of Ghana, I'd like all of us to focus our eyes on the screens to see what these electronic buses are bringing in terms of impact to the transportation system here in Ghana.
Arabian Metro Mass electric buses from Bawumia. A Canadian community. If you say, Yankunsi, and say Cotton, they don't give you a big and a women come in, many done my children assassin.
This is the documentary of the Metro Mass, the new electronic bus. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia launch here. This shows the love that they have for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You could see in the documentary now, if you could listen to what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can say, it is possible. The likes of the other opponent parties, you know, and they were say, or the E-levy, but almost engine, E-levy engine, this in Ghana card, almost engine, Ghana card engine. Right now, no, with the launching of the electronic buses and so, almost engine buses here, why? This shows say no the all can what shall say be or this so right now no why implement the electric buses and the electric buses no we making sure say the buses will be working. These buses will be working within Accra only. Yeah, it will be working within Accra only, and yeah, it will not go beyond Accra. And we hope and pray say or see Obedi or Mampenya, he will make sure say these buses we have more of the buses because and yes only buses because some more yet friends say the likes of moto there. My electric motors or my electric taxis. So that means the taxis never bound so taxis no and so taxis are many use battery any cars here may use electric. Into the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the agree or Amagana there. Papa because let me read some of the comments. Let me read some of the comments Abana. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Atnasi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Atnasi we're reading the manifesto we are right now Atnasi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Atnasi Isaac said, man of vision, yeah, it is indeed possible. And Davis, I say, let Krabi TV, please. The difference is Dr. Bawumia pass no fuel, and to help reduce fares. So Dr. Bawumia pass will win votes and back. Thank God for Dr. Bawumia money. I said thank God for Dr. Bawumia support. He said, Ghanaians, please, I've seen something. Vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Period. I said Ghana for no baby. To go to about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And let me say, let me TV. Okay, it's some way now kind of be. You know, say Metro Mass came now electric buses. This don't win election. I say I do win election. Augustine, I sent you it is possible.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to welcome up here to the stage Sheikh Imam Mohammed
Sheikh Imam Mohammed Deputy Minister
to help us in prayer ahead of His Excellency cutting the ribbon and inspecting the buses together with a demonstration. Ladies and gentlemen, before that as well, I'd like to acknowledge the Ghana Garages Association. Please do a big round of applause for them. Please do a big round of applause for the Ghana Garages Association.
Sheikh Imam Bawumia for after that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia cut the ribbon.
Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin. His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Honorable Minister, and all honorables, we are welcoming you to this great event. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and guide you more. I will pray to the President, the future President, our future President of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Inshallah, you have the future. And indeed, it is possible. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Malik Yawm Al-Din, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim, ghayri al-maghdubi alayhim wa ad-dallin. Allahumma ansur abduka Dr. Bawumia. اللهم انصر عبدك دكتور باوميا اللهم انصره نصرا عزيزا برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect him. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him the victory, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all of us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give him the dream he is dreaming to lead this country. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين, and it is possible.
It is possible.
Rise for the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen.
It's about two national anthem, you know.
His Excellency the Vice President will now go over to cut the ribbon and inspect these buses, as well as get the bus ride. Which will end at the Kimbo station.
I'm going to catch a ribbon, you know. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I'm going to catch a ribbon now. It's your set. I'm going to one of the ribbon to be cut. Rap! It's a push up buses in the buses in the come up. Buses in the effect. Yes, buses in the effect. Buses in the effect. You know, our own president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, went to the ribbon for the buses.
Manu.
will come and charge.
And then at the end of the charge, you will take money from that card. So just like
Does it consume much electricity from the national grid?
it's a lot better than you would. We have a generator here for these operations, and the consumption is very low.
Generator?
No, it's using that, and then eventually the plan is to use solar.
But we are planning to work solar.
And it's a lot cheaper.
Much cheaper.
That's how I'm there.
So which one is he sitting on? Let's look at the Can you?
Give your cameraman the way.
It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Back up there.
Challenge, not everybody will enter. Finish. No, but that's good. Lock the thing. Lock. It's okay.
Yeah, electric car. Yeah, I wish electric car now. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kasimo, say, be driving at the Akko. Yeah, Kaya money been a bed. Be driving Aqua. Oshe on your screen now. Oshe say, car inside now. Yeah. Oshe car inside ma. Oshe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It's me a year. I did for we are. I say, on here abasubo. Yeah, abasubo no here. I say, bon abasu papa because Wabwa Ghana to the state. I did where why my idea papa. My idea, okay. For now, I must say it is possible. It is possible. I got to metro electric bus. I got an electric bus. One of the electric buses on my idea. They are about to drive him. I will mobile driving. I there. Ako baby. Also I there. Okay. Come. Okay. Kwafu I say. Ewa papa. Kwafu. Doma ba say ni. Nye dom ketu na ba say. Yes. Okay. Doma ba say ni there. Dom na ba say. No mo dos papa. Okay. Dom ni there. We try and get 1 or 2 people on board so that I bet me. Until we share Doma Bas in Domina Papa, so I will try and get 1 or 2 people. Benyo Monomakasa, Amai, they don't momo on my drink chair. I did because I did where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia I there. Why are there? Kasamami.
Aye, it is possible, Bawumia Bako no size. Aye, I know Namuhuno. Near Chaguni and I a new cast now bano. No size. Bawumia Bako no size. I saw why I saw it.
I saw why I saw it. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. We shall see from a special insider. We won't say, maybe a coso 101 right now, no? Yeah. And see, we shall dominate dinner today, and yet don't get Mahmoud Bawumia. We shall number 1. We shall speed in the air. And you shall a domina Eddie. Yeah, don't get yeah, Wabasha. Pass me be ma.
Understand them, block them. And not lament.
Until we play and go card in there. And now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is there at a 2 at until we share Oba never driving. Yeah, Oba never driving. If you could see earlier, this was the lady the interview now. Eliana Kasa. I found a lady Oba never driving. This was the lady earlier on. This was the lady earlier on in the Kasai. It is a lady never driving. A lady never driving. Lady never driving. Yes. These are the people who are going to drive. Kama first year no first year ni mam steer we na Dr. Bawumia say from steer we na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say the lady no oyakaye ni yeah oyakaye ni nti earlier on na wo video no from the beginning na any lady need nkomo so oya driver nti wo car no ma electric cars nti wo right not D make sure your RD and N next NK yeah NK so me name the chair there we share ST and there e fe papa see and kama they way there Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia penny the apart from that the paya there was saying obo tukano yeah nti obo tukano Bayan Betukan.
Manim bien na meka some. Hello, I beg you.
No, if you cut this one, see, I know if you raise the camera myself. Nti Osha Abana.
What's the problem?
Ono ede. Ochikano. Nti Osha Obano na Echikano. Obano Echi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Yeah, Osha, it is possible man. Ono wa say.
Mama, God bless you.
Nti Osha Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Enuni yeah, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Enuni. Nti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ono na tina kanu ma. Omade ne ko. Yes, it is possible, man. Osha asani there. Asani afele mwe ko fudi asa papa. Asani ko fudi asa. Asani there ko fudi papa. Because it is possible. Bawumia, it is possible. Bawumia, it is possible. Asani there ko fudi asa edidechi. Yeah. Almost Dr. Bawumia, it is possible. Yeah, Dr. Bawumia, it is possible. Bawumia, it is possible. Bawumia, it is possible. It's allowed. Almost Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be winning. na me ya dwuma obe inshallah nti wo hwe dom na ba ne de nti Bawumia de ne kɔ yes ye de wa drive o ma drive ne de ne kɔ nti o ma drive ne de ne kɔ
The heroes. Who got the heroes?
I'm Piotr. Natural. Nti abusia ya ayalolo buses no oja ayalolo buses no dia o ma ide right now no metumia aye kama fe ohwe ya decide ya Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia etimia initiate us I say this it is possible. It's being possible now, so that means everything needs to be possible. Into which me I launch any for fair. I then akoso. Inti so okay. As an idea, it is possible in my going to Busia, yeah, into with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and what's your take on that? Obviously, Father Ocean said debt for 12th generation, while Burkina Faso president has paid their debts and saving for generation. So think and stop. So think and stop the generation thing.
Close it and go.
Welcome.
No, it's through you.
The Busia, okay. Buses in there.
The number now when you saw rough history.
Nti busan wohwe buses no Bacho media wise. Bacho media.
Me bacho buy now.
Can you media? Okon. Come on me. Punya smart semi. Punya door boy. Punya door boy. Punya smart semi. Me yes yente me te phone ma udro. Como se yako?
Ngamba fa line.
Misi mismo bwana ayira. Nti ebuzia ohwe metro mass electric buses na emuni se na emutie fefe kama se na emutie kama fefe yes bus emutie na emutie fefe on se bus no mu yefe yes bus no dey mu yefe papa we fully AC me enjoy AC ankasa AC ni dey me enjoy bi 24/7 AC ni dey yina yesika kan aban sika yina yesika nti AC ni dey me enjoy bi papa my enjoy there my me nti AC ni dey me enjoy bi and Dr. Bawumia nti me enjoy AC fully our bus ma digital bus ya dey aba right now no nti we bus in the security wo mu bus in the security wo nti ujimia na Obana driving Obana driving photos need Obana driving nti we buses in the Obana driving nti ye nam so fefe yako yako pressing yeah into okay basin there
never again
this never again Benjamin I saying this never again into video we showing buses bus electric bus Clement says this is just amazing electric bus driven by a train Eskayayo. Yes, driven by Eskayayo girl. This is the future. Dr. Bawumia is the future. Teddy. I say, Father Ocean. I say, and what did the mama do with his debt? Gave the monies to the slave queens. I say, about John Dramani Mama didn't see my slave queens. Dr. Bawumia the unfunny sick and slave queens. And Benjamin say the other side is about give me food to eat today, forget the future. Future. And Stephen say it is possible. Benjamin say it is possible indeed. And by that also God bless you, Doctor Bawumia. Elizabeth, I see Elizabeth Nante. Elizabeth Nante, I say it is possible. Elizabeth again say NDC, no vision. Insult is what they know. Shame. Wo. Nti mfoni a wo hwe e bus ni mu a. Yeah. Bus ni mu na wo hwe no. Wo hwe na bus ni mu na wo hwe no. Bus no hwe inside India. Bibia e kama. Yewo this CCTV camera na ebo no.
Hwe nyame anim no krene abayaba. Yehu se commissioner ekoso ni nyina so ebeche de amaye. Se ye ni anso ye hwe ni ye a because nkofo eka se o government ne de odi aba na den ni so ye be ye de aye den afa ho. Timamfo no imagine say this year bus ya be from Ahanomo baby away Medina to Accra ebia wasori ahomache wanya bus ni bi o ko eye wadwuma so kwa koton ade ene ne keka ho obi befo bus no obi didi ade agum obi ye bibia eden ade agum ena ye hwe eye na no de na ye ko commission eye train na train no ye hwe train na eno no na ya dustbin eye den ewo inside dustbin baby obetina se edidi nyina eye den ewo inside but ahanom no ye hu se bibi ti se dustbin eye den ewo nti so obi didi a eye den a obeden ode betum na momo no nso no apart from say ode betum no ye sure say ye kodu station won so e be yi ball akro no e dey free bus no but ye momodian say be dey ye bedi nini na ye nyina aboa yen because say esaya anya dia umpotem na besan ho ababiem because ko baby anya Madina nko na eba nti se Madina fo ndi omudi ania there is no way so obo abefo na e wable kuma emwa nti no ye se bus na ba na eboa ye nyina ye momodi an se be dey ye be kita ye bus no ye na aboa achen so ai dey e dey amaye we ye electric ye nkogina baby se ye bu ye fuel anase bibisa nti en waste time eduru nchen na wofo a ukoduru wadwuma so a eno anon bibi kitu abi na be den obetua enti se eye trotro ko kakra na agina na ye fa obi nu obi si ene ne ageka ho no se ya akra na ekọ a ya akra na ekọ akra straight na ya kwakosi want me sure say ade asade bus we ebetime aboaye na ayalolo ewo hodada na we aba be ka ho nti ebe ye more because ayalolo no niema me the time me hu say edosun wo krom ye mra no ye games no all African games no na me hu say sa ayalolo edosun ewo Ghana hapa nti say ye nyina ye boa na ye maintain ayalolo no na afeso electric bus ya abaya ade ebe boa ye nyina nti emomodin a na ye nso mu ye na emoa ye
nti iti aba kama so no enuma asema iti say perpetual say that is why there is cameras. Okay, so that means as she was talking about it, that's been nyama. But you know there will be cameras, but at least there should be a dustbin that will be inside that will be there. Now there are two, so that it will not litter around. And was a before you joining there. Sabi and kakra. I'm happy for Ghana. Vote for number 1. DJ Kimbot. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. This Daily Watch TV. Yes, don't forget to subscribe to the platform. This Daily Watch TV. Subscribe. Next share video we now. For some way there. Nyamapa. This Bawizi. Ayen. Nyamapa Bawizi. Ayen. You see almost share. Car no de ye car no ma ye ko ye car no ye ko say de ye do Madina say de ye do Madina say ye do Medina we him also word and Dr. Bawumia DJ Kimbosi we have employed in into that means my employee nkofo say also we no my employee ayalolo this is we kaya for no they've employed the kaya for now muye and we say jumanti or employ or ban a tree or ban a tree and yet bema or ban a tree and yet bema. It is possible.
And idea as I am a day woman say ma and a electric buses no. A bano a car can Ghana had no first nanky who say or buy 3 bus and not ya surprise. Hey, or buy a tricano, Bazisiano, a quack common thing say. Or buy a battery bus, or buy battery tractor, or buy battery car, I can see any other. You who say, you no ma, I no moody a dancer or screen so, HM so. A year, a buyer no, almost one uncle more number one since was one year, and this is almost was 1 year my bill. Almost yeah, went for few months. To qualify. Now what me anya kwenya na so oba betwi nti abeti me aboa wo se wo twi we ya dent na wonti me ntwi wa wo ka wo twi we ya obeti me atwi ada buses e ka ho e bia na enye government dey impo na bia kwakoye different bus na wo so ye dey wo twi nti no eye me dey say ye nuanom ma na nko mo ye kaya ye adwuma no sisi a omo so omutimi atwi eye buses no ebi we oba na etwien ede yakọ Kantamanto ehọ na won nani tre eye Dr. Bawumia ekoye mini rally ehọ oni edwadefo no tikoso na obasunso na wo hwe no na wo subscribe ede emaye yete basim so ase yente bas wonti se wote kem wonti se wote kem ade na wote mu no ekote se emo amenam so what you say wonti hwe and one is an kwan so sisi yes Madina road no so that's so smooth yeko yente hwe and now fen so musie bia ni to and no abeka say car we dia mehwe ewusi ansa na me dia fo pacho we dia musie bia ni to etumpo a wonte se car ni tu enam kwan so wonte se wote car mu ekosa we ubetimi adem ubeda na ho who say a baby poede a cost our quine so. See, I think say a baby palm. Yeah.
Okay. Oba come son na pincher watch found. Say we the baby boy say with this electric bus no. And you know say this electric bus needed. Yeah, they are baby Ghana for. And yet not only a binum keke. Yes, and yet a binum keke never bomb. But also like me, they me their partner say this kaya mana is omanya akunya to the extent like my drivers now to drive here in them kwan fefe yako. Say traffic ni there dem traffic ni there semi papa traffic ni there bio nti your comment na go for ban comment and the comment papa indeed you are the man for Ghana. You have vision, and surely your implementation of the digitalization is perfect. I pray God see you through this election for you to become victorious. That's Nicholas Duncan. Yeah, Nicholas Medasapa. Cecilia said it is possible. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Isaac, I didn't with Isaac. Nuguta, man of vision. Isaac Mpachamambo didn't hear Fachamiwa. It is indeed possible. And commenting the commenting the also me damase pass mutumi I joining this live feeder BBL course on much measure. I was if you could see say a bus no ohwe mechi a more bus no more bus no ohwe bus no more bus no ohwe enye nipa mienu mepiem ensa na e bus e dom e bus no de doso e dom na e bus no de doso papa ohwe go for our bus in there. Amodos. We don't go for more can Amodos. Yes. Okay. Go for more canum there. Amodos, papa, okay. Inside now. Okay. Canum. This how the bus inside look like. Saying it, emutie. And we have papa. And they say, oh, by way first gate never I say. Okay, a bus inside there. I'm not inside near one. Bus inside near there, one. Teddy, I see her. The idols, are you the backyards? Are you an apology of an educated person? Please increase your sound. Okay, I should increase my sound there. Increase your sound. Okay, I will increase the sound. I say, Kobe Musa said, I'm in China now. The same buses in China as public use. Okay, that means also China. We saw China. Now China no one. The same bus na China for so we use. China kasande. Who chimaki? Kwame Fianco said, we all have team up. We all have team up and vote boom. OBS time for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And DJ Kimbo tells you we have employed people to clean inside every last stop. That's how we do in abroad. And that means Abuchino. Until that means Abuchino saying Abuche Diano Sanetia. That means Abuche Diano Etisa. Until Abuche. Anymore, almost say. Kanuni in my airport. The destination now. Until we are still inside the car now. Until you are still in the car. At the airport. Our destination to see Yakwa until we get Abuja. You see, they be doing Medina traffic light. I say, I want to was here. And my airport. Me feel it riding papa because AC need a fully nyanya AC. And fully nyanya AC. Need me feel it riding the papa. What would you feel? What because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia there by the pa almost in the pie there was a year. Until Nipa there was a Barnabas or see Daniel Boamasi just vote massively for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I mean, that was a Saudi comment about Preku Evans. I see, hey, I'm watching live from 6HE UK just came in tour inside the bus for me, please. And bus and in tour inside my Apreku. The bus, the bus inside me. The bus inside me. We have cameras. We have cameras in the bus. We have cameras in the buses. Inside the front one. Those are so your timing. Your timer, our bus. No, what's your time? Until you can now shut until you can now shut a canon. Until Apreku Evans, can you turn the camera if you don't mind? The camera, I'm turning the camera, that's it. Until you show inside the man. And you need this how the inside look like. Yes, inside the top one now. Fully nyanya AC. Yes, fully nyanya AC. Inside the fully nyanya AC. Fully AC na area. Yawo this. Obana ochi bas. Obana ochi bas no kai. Yo Obana ochi bas no kai. No see Kobe Musa say every day I take these buses at work. And it is very cheap here in China. Buses are very cheap in China. Yes, and I say almost China on the bus with a one yet Benjamin was watching from New Jersey, vote Bawumia for development and technology. Development papa and vote Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And yes, Benita curiosity, NDC won't help us in any way. Let's vote massive for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia come December 7th. We shall pass in the demo. You were passing my Yakwa Kesi, the end. You're passing free ride now. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, other woman, being free ride or passing. You can buy me a dog and come into me, free ride away. But we easy, other woman, being free ride. But we easy, other woman in there, or say, what's opportunity there back at once. Yeah. Opportunity about at once. Opportunity about at once. When your opportunity there, also with me trim because before my Zania bus we had to name the feeling a great vote number one. If it is possible, me feel it is possible. Comment no, me feel it is possible. Comment no, me feel it's a comment. It is possible. You must subscribe, guys. Subscribe to the platform. Also. Subscribe this Daily Watch TV. Subscribe to the platform also. Inti oje Bawumia de waya de. Ne meka nipa ya de osai. Wunya na ya membo ni din, mensen ni din. Nipa ya de osai wunya na ya mensen ni din. So ade no akona ye no. Ohwe de waya na enso weni ma. Enso weni a menka wanse mpo. No akaka sambo ne ya de. Akaka no because de waya no waya de. Otimi ya de otimi ya bibi kwan de. Oh no, if you could see recently Okalanchi, the only Nanadom Kalanchi train, Tema, Yedina, live stream, Yedina Bremo, Moshe, Kama, and then recently company free dialysis a year, or Yama, dialysis patients for me, or yes, I am Manina, Dr. Mamubami, or Yejuma Pa, or Yejuma Pano, or Yenintino, say, oh, the maybe there. We are at the panel, we are Mecca. We are Bonnies on Mecca, make you sure through. We are born, make you sure through. I was a bonny. I was a bagana, so there. I shall be at the park. No bonner basso, or ya the bonnies or some car. And I say, I can say, Papa Bonina or yan and what time, by your time, and by say, attended ye. In fact, attended ye and two will be full. You know, will be at the idea and his attempt near the better for. The obedience of Bacam in a way. As in any bedroom, network na jogon kakra. Network na jogon kakra ntiba. Name network na it is possible. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. Can you name your call? It is possible. Can you name your call? It is possible. Can they? It is possible. Can you name your call? It is possible can the name ko nti ebuzia ohwe mayo kama so tika ma mo feel breeze no mayo kama tika no mo feel breeze no. Yes, I'm watching live and clear from Washington DC, USA. Derek Kuyamwa Boatin, Mr. Derek Kuyamwa Boatin, thanks for watching me live from New Jersey. Live and clear, I say live and clear. So Timmy can't clear way listen which is being so Timmy can't clear them. That's the password Timmy can't clear. Subscribe to the platform. Also subscribe to the platform. Now Benedict will say it is possible. Benedict will say it is possible. Derek, what I say, it is possible we win this election. Just say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will win this election. Yes, we share each year. Cars need the back. Yeah, cars and the money each back. Cars also each year come. Also each year fair. I'm if you I see you media have to do your work and to let the citizens know the good things. Second car bus on the way here or back. If you second bus now, we share me cheaper. Another one be so where the air bar. That's the second bus now. Electric bus, the second one. You see the ADHD eba we chia eba. That means bisuba. It's electric bus now. Electric bus now. Eba. Tap and go. Utapia na ugo. Utapia na uko. Tap and go. Sana etie. Utapia na uko. Utapia na uko. Because also loading card no. Pede. Earlier interview na lady ne kind also loading card no. Loading card baby uko bia no no wide. We check na QR code na scan pa na mind. Mama check. I say some buzanga car biso na mwa. We say buzanga car biso na mwa. Yes. Buzanga car. Ushe buzanga car biso na mu. Buzanga car biso na ma oba. Nti ushe china kano de ye koto wo kano mu ye koto no wo kano ye koto wo kano ma fe kano mu de kofufuli kofu enjoy we know overtaking Elizabeth I see it is possible. And we say vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Vote number 1. I say okay to abanwa to number 1. So say utuma the Bawumia no mia baako. Meka obisi say opese utuma NDC no mia 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. No say wa say na baba de o say na enye. Nti ukato no mia baako. Say ope Bawumia mia 1. We mia 1. We tia so eno ano na woko. Because he said me Philip is in the I said I will percent demi. I said I will percent demi. Because it's in the amount of 1% demi. Into okay bus now. Bakuna bakuna. It's almost a yellow man nature. Into bus now. Bakuna bus bakuna ban. Okay bus bakuna eba nti bako ene eba nti o second bus na nini nti o second bus na nini na we chia ye de uhunu o screen so nti nyina oba na ma na etwi bus kama nti o ma na etwi bus no bemma nye bemma bia ma Bawumia watumi abodwuma ina wa creative jobs ama kaya ye for no se omo se be se bo mo ngina kwan so enso so nyama ne biem ziade omo yede we should tap and go. You try tap and go no so. That's the card now where they bet you the tia so now go. Until baby do open now we hear them. We see. We do one we see. And a man can a chicken. But to say be maybe cheap. A man can a chicken. But to say be maybe cheap.
The men will carry the card now.
Nti wo hwe a man ko electric cars we electric car. Nti almost say yeah, a colo battery, they have extra batteries on man. Some more extra batteries on man. A colo battery want to be charged. If you charge your night, we are no flash and ash, and you be in your nubia. To charge your now, we miss our now. Charge your now, we miss our now. And it's very good. And I idea about Ghana. Say a bit more twinkle and Ghana be queen. You know, say I just wanted to see the hours I bet me near before then to me because with the traffic so work so kitten traffic kitten so work so as come say in pen go kitten see anu de ye wo you aboki filibas into a finishing. Aboki filibas into a finishing. Also, I say Bawumia bas with a comment. Also, aboki filibas. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ni bana na ebo hono kama fefa yeah ko ba traffic dey team we traffic Kwame yabo asiba all the way. Ghana is blessed. Nyamesha Ghana nti omugbo nyimpenimwe onyamesha man Ghana onyamesha man osha Ghana nyamesha nti wo listen mama no o wavy so tene ni aji ohun ka we bi da Mose ohun ka we bi da nti wo ba jira ka no e de stressa so ka traffic na ya ka traffic ngaka nti mama na ni aji papa traffic ngaka ba ya kweni pa moving forward the queen inside now inside push that top was the same CCTV camera CCTV camera CCTV camera middle that's where the CCTV camera or that is the red maybe one yellow only emergency for emergency sake no I don't have when me on I say when me one the emergency sake na when me on that's how one that inside this one the way and you there be taking coffee be prepare yeah you there be taking coffee
aya omo ye overloading pan e wo aya lolo no edru no pa isanso obia pressure obefu bi ntino no ma fa nipa bebre na ebi gina
akona betwem hwim avieta odemika o oda bus no obetwen ho o se kan dwane o so oda kan avieta we dwane kura okọ we dey 2 seconds o o se oba na esa overtaking no nyanko ba otum se avieta odemika hwim o se meche o se me kan twi esen
na make say overloading so e was say mo hwe no mo ka ho asem overloading ayalolo last me say me kwa Accra na me ko Accra High Court nti me penentem e na me konya ayalolo bus ni bi the way na call for every say omo be full bus no nti overloading na edu baby anso a driver ne person still no ofam kofo e shame and also you're very bad. Yanya bus for way na me sure say was something for hwe no more day o money to form and I went so 2 drivers.
Yeah, 2 drivers now.
E man no omo ye 2 nti ba kutwia na obra na ba konso age no so every nti ebebo wade ba overloading no so mo hwe no mo kan wasa because ya na e ha adwe obi gina na bi from ebi mo ene ne ekeka ho no aya and also no share no can.
Okay, nti yenu abana say overload ni dey hard me pa. Nti aviator ni dey wa besin hwi okọ. Aviator na okọ. Ba aviator ba ko no konti. Look at the top view. Say me check top view. Mo share top view no dey. See na top view no tie. Mo share inside no dey.
Remember ka speed on the corner. Remember the chia.
Nti we you know one thing is your buttons woman umia na button new trip baby na de kwa nti about the time no our can time in your correct okay maybe me na me time ni nti we view ni MPP all the way Emmanuel cancer I say MPP all the way and Kwame Yabo say all the way from Italy to Ghana. Please vote wisely for Bawumia. Seem to be what accomplice. Into Osha, I say Osha also showing for Italy. Into Italy now. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia there. Or some to Bonabaso. Nipa ya dia say as I said earlier. Yeah. Emmanuel Cancer also share free Belgium. That's the password. We share free Belgium. Until subscribe. Yeah, subscribe to the platform. Yeah, subscribe to the platform. Yeah, subscribe to the platform. This Daily Watch TV. We share Canum inside me. Canum inside me. We share inside of the Ghana. If you guy. We share Canum. They have places that you can vote. More baby out with me so. Your baby with me holding with me holding. To this other Nyama Oma holding whilst you are standing in. But wait, Nyadia was it vote? Exito, was it voters pour MPP? Skelet les Mollera Pate politique et Ghana. And just say to Obama MPP. So to my MPP, a bois Ghana. Let me idea for San or kind. Casa, Italia Casa. Italia Casa. Until me, I was Italy Casa and I was it's Paris. I was Paris. Yeah, if you Paris, ne bounty. Okay, inside in there. Come on. CCTV camera so boom. Yeah. So what to me there? Also a French. Yeah, a French casa. It's French. Yeah, a French. Security man so say so share ayalolo who say new bus daba ayalolo ni we who say new bus aba nti ase ni asogon ayalolo ni who say new bus aba nti ni asogon Christopher I say this is really a change for Ghana. Ever ready to vote for MPP Bawumia all the way, and that's why I read this about to Obama MPP. Bawumia and to share in this in Mama, they are on the tongue. They will say Obi addressing NDC or Nama. I say Nitono, I say a bon part. One part on the tongue, now they call Peter. I say it is possible with number one. See, I know. Okay. Charlie, Kobe. The guitar locking. Into okay inside media, they don't want inside that.
I still do like
do the tour of the same can do tour of the clients and make them see.
So no one got them. Oh,
the same can do see my burger man made the UK or same can do the tour of the bus inside the van. Please, but we make sure say all the regions will get some. Yeah. Obviously, stop the insult. We need their vote. Doctor all the way. When you tell me no insult. When you tell me no insult. And they will be at them. At them, they ain't for changing back. At them, they ain't for changing back. The bus is normal for standing. There's nothing they can do. It's good for women to drive the bus. Yeah, and the money there, yes, a man but drive a bus. See, my money they have a shoe. I say, I can accident. I say, how many times what is a mad donanya at the car in accident? Very few. Yes, that one couple. But that one couple, my man, the time accident in the course. But man, the driver, they drive with care. And say, as I almost saw. I didn't almost with care. Bawumia stay and they almost they are holding with care. They will make sure say they are holding Bawumia stay and with care. Yes, because Bawumia stay and there. All hands on board to vote for Bawumia. Yes, all hands on board. Yeah.
I feel like last the reason why they give you the money, they still lunch. What they give.
Charge of media, but I don't know whether you pay more. How would you do it?
Coconut water.
Added water to it.
Oh, sir.
I want on you. Coconut is salt.
But we have no.
And you think you'll pour this big bottle for 10 cedis. And then 2 now.
2. I had water. Some they had water.
Oh, this big bottle. There's nothing I want to say. The original one. Black one. The original one then.
And the bullet moon so account. I don't want to remember that.
Yeah, go ahead, head office. She did a pass inside. I'll go with them. Like a photo to one set. You know what? I'll go put alarm for IG. But then tell and say, me I can't sit down.
I'm not because of I'm already for IG. The first program you do.
Ayalolo Sunday.
As I was telling the guy,
you go walk with them.
No, he could see.
So I was wondering how the way he was smiling.
Ayalolo Sunday. So make you drop for here. The big cycle car.
Next junction.
No, even the next chance. See, the next chance you go fit cross that side go down. But the next bus stop, you're very now.
What's your next bus stop? Why is it? The next bus stop.
No, rap. Make you pass here, the second part the pass here. Second part. Okay, we shall can in here. Second car they pass here.
That place is residential road. That no dey stop.
Me, TV3 waha. So the car they. Okay, we shall let's end it. Okay, we shall our press one. See, Kobe. Mr. Kobe, rap. See, TV3 here. The cars, set to cars, no more TV3
where the car drop us, we don't go back again.